Welcome back to Chennai. Aircel Chennai Open 2014. We've had 7 evenings of magnificent tennis in this beautiful southern city of India. We now come to the final match of the 2014 edition of the Aircel Chennai Open. The doubles final. We have the number 4 seeds from Scandinavia, Johan Brunstrom of Sweden and his partner Frederik NIELSEN from Denmark, taking on PAVIC and Marin DRAGANJA, the boys from Croatia. So we've got Scandinavia versus Croatia in the final of the men's doubles. On a beautiful evening here in Chennai, we've just witnessed a magnificent singles final, and our number 1 seed Stanislav Wawrinka coming through in straight sets, 7-5, 6-2. We now welcome our finalists in the doubles, led by the Croatian pair of DRAGANJA and PAVIC, taking the court. And they'll be very quickly followed by the Scandinavians BRUNSTROM and Frederik NIELSEN. NIELSEN leading the two of them out from under the tunnel, of course, and of course our tour supervisor Jerry Armstrong, part of the ATP tour. Now, the final match of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. And of course, it's a great pleasure to welcome Charu Sharma into the box. And this is Enrico Piperno coming to you live from the SDAT Tennis Stadium in Nugambakkam.
Thank you, Rico. Great to be here in the Crow's Nest once again. And although the second set in the singles withered away a bit for Roger Vasselin, although he held his own in the first, I have no doubt that we're in for a terrific doubles final here at the 2014 Aircel Chennai Open. These two on screen now. DRAGANJA maybe a little less, but PAVIC certainly a huge potential star. They're young Croats. Play together, live together, as in around the tour, around the world, and excellent understanding and a great game.
Yes, they've done very well, reached the final, played a super semi-final yesterday, beating the Germans, Bergman and Emmerich, and were very impressive in their semi-finals. So the Croatian team taking on the more fancied Brunstrom and NIELSEN, combination seeded number 4. And you can see there names of all 4 players on the scoreboard as we await the mandatory coin toss. Had a really good turnout this evening to watch the singles final. And of course, Chennai being a tennis-loving city, came out in full force to witness the 18th final held in Chennai on this, the 19th edition of the Open. 18 years of it have been held in Chennai. I think the Croatians have won the toss.
You know, Rico, it's quite remarkable how NIELSEN has won just one doubles tournament, the man to the far left, and that was the Wimbledon Crown in 2012 along with Jonathan Murray. Nothing apart from that. While Brunstrom, of course, his partner, has won 3 around the world. And I'm sure Frederik NIELSEN is saying, well, for heaven's sakes, it's time for number 2.
Well, I guess if you talk to him at the end of his career and ask him which event he would like to win, I think his first choice would have been Wimbledon. So he's achieved that. And I can see Frederik NIELSEN is from Lyngby in Denmark. ATP ranking of 60, that's in doubles. So Wimbledon champion, ranked 60 in the world. Turned pro in 2001. Got doubles ranking was high as 17 at one point of time. 30 years of age. He's 6 foot 3 inches tall. Weighs in at 76 kilograms. Frederik Nielsen from Denmark.
And he's the shorter of the two. BRUNSTROM, much taller. Let's see. Well, 6'4". We could be a little more. And he too has been ranked as high as 31. So they complement each other. A right-left combination. Always useful. But so is the opposition. Many years as a pro from Gothenburg in Sweden.
That's where India played the Davis Cup finals against Sweden in the city of Gothenburg, 1986. And this was their road to the final. In the first round, they beat Bednarak and Elgin in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3. And they got past the Indo-Israeli combine of Purav Raja and Dudi Sela, 6-4, 6-4. And last night they took out the Wildcards, who did really well to reach that level. Kashanov and Minini from India.
So they got rid of Indo-Israeli and Indo-Russian.
That's right, they put a lot of Indians away in their lead up to the final. And this is Charu's favorite, Mate PAVIC.
For good reason. He's a really good player, but the rankings don't reflect that just yet.
He's from Split in Croatia. He's ranked, his ATP ranking of 71. His career best has been 69. He's only 20 years of age, 6 foot 2, and weighs in at 78 kilograms.
Well, exactly. Give him a break. He's only 20. He's just a kid. But has magnificent net presence and, of course, very decent ground strokes as well. His partner, while he's held his own, got broken a couple of times, but also pretty quick around. 6'1", about an inch less, also just 22. So this young Croat pair, Rico, what can I say? Watch out for them. From Croatia. Ranked little above PAVIC.
So this is their road to the final. They got a walkover as Omnini was not fit to play the event, and unfortunately his partner Leander Paes had to pull out. And then they beat the young Indians, Balaji and Ramanathan, in straight sets, 6-3, 6-3. And then last night they played a good, solid semi-final, beating a tough team of Begeman and Emmerich, 7-6, 6-4. So that's how they made it to the finals. Both teams pretty relatively easy passage, all in straight sets. As you see them here warming up. Lovely angle, TV angle here. You can watch from court side. And we have our umpire, Magdi Somat from Egypt. So we had a Tunisian and an Egyptian, the two umpires for the final. Mohammad Al Janati and Mr. Somat. So it's great to have officials from different parts of the world, and of course the tweets have been coming in. Last day, Chennai Open. Great job, guys. Following you on Twitter is like sitting in the first row on Chennai Center Court. I think they're talking about us there. Thanks a lot. And of course, Karthi P. Chidambaram, combined ranking of the finalists. We've had 3 events this week, don't forget. Brisbane, Doha and Chennai. And the combined rankings have been 66 in Brisbane, 32 in Doha and 60 in Chennai. So the quality of the final field is comparable. Congratulations, Karthi, and your team for putting up such a magnificent event in the city of Chennai. And we're going to hear a beautiful shot of the Fiat Linea, the transport sponsors of the Chennai Open. And we've had this beautiful Fiat Linea parked on center court. Charu's been eyeing it. He's been telling me every night that he's going to drive one home.
Well, should I be so lucky? But they have been very good in their service, very hospitable. And, you know, it's just nice to not only have a transport, official transporter tag, but also the service that comes with it has been magnificent. So we appreciate that. Thank you so much, everybody at Fiat.
So therefore, I've told them that next year, Charu, that they're going to pick you up from your home in Bangalore, drive you here and drive you back. No aircraft to take you back to Bangalore.
It'll be quicker, that's for sure, considering how far the airports are in both the cities and the kind of traffic involved. But yeah, thank you again, Fiat. Lovely car, drives well. And Fiat, of course, a legend internationally for many decades.
Yeah, what they say, the finest Italian cars are made by Fiat. And now we're about to begin the doubles. The final preparatory serves are being taken by the 4 players.
You know, I'd love to offer you a Fiat as well from your home to the airport in Calcutta, but I feel for the car.
No, trust me, my friend, it's getting a lot better. The new road, the new Rajarhat road is excellent, and before you start saying things about my city, you better check out what's been happening there.
Ooh.
So, the final match of the 2014 Chennai Open, Aircel Chennai Open. Men's doubles. The Scandinavians against the Croatians.
Well, BRUNSTROM here on camera won twice last season, 2013, in Metz and Nice with Revan Klaassen. So he's obviously in very good form, or the best form that he has been for a long time. Balaji and Badrinath, thank you so much for gracing the occasion. They sat very patiently through the singles, and I'm very pleasantly surprised that they're still here for the doubles. Good on you guys. Of course, big stars for the Chennai cricket franchise, and otherwise too for India. This is what they're playing for. The runner-up trophies to either side, and the winners right in the middle. It's a pretty handsome piece of silver. That's what they take home, apart from the check, of course, which for professionals is, should we say, the more important part.
Ready for play for a set.
Love the silverware. Up for grabs in this men's doubles final.
Johan Brunstrom to serve.
So Johan Brunstrom from Sweden on the near end, opening proceedings.
$15 love.
Talking of the other events, Charu, Doha, the final took place yesterday, and Rafael Nadal won in straight sets. Oh, I think he won in 3 sets, if I'm not wrong, against Gael Monfils.
What a comeback he had in 2013. Amazing after that injury, winning so many tournaments in a row. Phenomenal, phenomenal.
And I know in India people have huge Roger Federer fans, but unfortunately, Leighton Hewitt, a guy who's a couple of years older than Roger, beating him in the final in Brisbane. So that's what's taken place in the world of tennis in the past 1 week. Of course, Stan Wawrinka winning the singles title here in Chennai.
$40. $40-15.
Well, the opening game is always sort of feeling your way around the court. Brunstrom and Nielsen having raced to a 40-love lead. They say if you're going to double fault, the time to do it is at 40-love. Throws in his first double fault is Johan Brunstrom. So a good handy hold here by the Scandinavians. Brunstrom and Nielsen need 1 game to love in the opening set.
Some indifferent returns by both PAVIC and DRAGANJA, taking nothing away from the Brunstrom serve. But as you said, Rico, the first game or two always more just feeling out and not hoping that there won't be any extended rally, because also physically you just want to ease into the game. As long as you can hold your serve, can't drop that. And the lefty started out for
Pavic to serve.
the Danish-Swedish combination, and the lefty starts out for the Croats as well. Pavic.
He's been very impressive with his serve the whole week. Oh, that is an absolute magnificent return by Frederik Nielsen.
Love 15.
Inside out. Nice and early. The ball went Pavic before he even got to the service line. So love 15.
Lefts for service.
Little heat coming from the Croatian there on the forehand. Here's the replay of that. Pavic doing well. Keep that ball below net level, making Nielsen play up. And good retrieving by the Scandinavians there. Both Brunstrom and Nielsen doing well to get that ball back. You see this one? A bit of a jab, but then that was an easy put away by DRAGANJA.
(40-15).
Yes, good first serve by Pavic.
DRAGANJA Pavic.
So with that, the Croatians open the final with an easy hold. Game's all tied up. 1 game all per set.
Frederik Nielsen to serve.
An early test for the Nielsen serve.
(15 love).
Not the finest quality returns. We said that during the opening game where Brunstrom was serving. Pavic hasn't quite hit his straps early in the set. Too easy again. And only once, I remember of course a terrific ripping backhand up the line, but only once or twice does DRAGANJA return well from the ad court. Oh, unlucky that it fell at the ankles of Pavic. There was some confusion between Brunstrom and Nielsen. I mean, Nielsen with the overhead. And you, me, no, me, and then, of course, didn't line well for Pavic at all. Oh!
Yeah. Brunstrom,
Pavic really should have done better. I have been praising his reflexes at the net. Couldn't do too much with that one. Came back very quickly. So we're still on serve. Opening game, the 2014 Aircel Chennai Open doubles final.
Time. Marin, DRAGANJA to serve.
So everything's on serve so far. Thanks for joining us on Star Sports 2 for our coverage of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. The singles just over. Wawrinka with the title. The other one will be decided now. Oh, a little unlucky with the net cord.
15 love.
And popped it up for an easy kill.
Good first serve by DRAGANJA, setting up PAVIC at the net.
30 love.
Body love very quickly on the DRAGANJA serve.
Not a bad thought from Nielsen, trying to go for that off-pace, off-backhand. That lacked just a little bit of pace. Otherwise, those can be difficult when they dip over the net.
Again, wonderful volley by PAVIC.
Yeah.
The full stretch.
DRAGANJA, PAVIC. 2 games over.
All 4 players holding serve rather handily. 2 games all.
Let's first service.
Wonder of that. Pretty heavily strapped right hand for Johan BRUNSTROM. Of course, that's the other hand, but on the two-handed backhand it will come in, not on his forehand. And I just hope for his sake that it remains firm through this final. We've had our share, Rico, of injuries and pullouts this year, so enough now, no mas.
Fingers crossed for this doubles final to be played with injury free. And he can keep serving at 191, bullets down the middle.
30 love.
He won't need to hit any two-handed backhands. Again, wonderful body serve
40
by the Swede, setting up an easy put away for his partner. Race to a 40 love lead here again.
Again, BRUNSTROM, NIELSEN.
Again, a good wide serve by
BRUNSTROM, NIELSEN
BRUNSTROM.
lead 3 games to 2.
And they lead by 3 games to 2. Opening set of the doubles final.
Time. It's okay. Go there. Go there.
And of course,
Go to the other side.
wonderful crowd that have turned up here in Chennai to witness the finals. My better half sitting in the middle. And a wonderful crowd still in here for the doubles. Had a good turnout, Charu, for the singles. We had a lot of people. And to watch Stan Wawrinka win his title.
Love 15.
PAVIC hold opening with a double fault. Very subdued start to this doubles final. Not much happening, just good solid serving by all the teams so far. Again, a wonderful overhead by PAVIC.
15 all.
Never easy to hit them under the lights. Well, that's what the return you want to hit in doubles. Frederik Nielsen keeping that forehand cross court down at the PAVIC shoelaces, unable to pick up a half volley. So 15-30, a first glimpse of a chance here for... Oh, Nielsen didn't move his feet there, just stood there and took a swing at it.
30 all.
Big miss. Great opportunity there. They're giving them 3 break points. 30 all. Croatians getting away with a little bit in this game. Again, a wonderful serve by PAVIC.
40-30.
Yeah, straight at Draganja, and I dare say that had it gone over the net, it would have been very difficult for Draganja to do something useful with it. Oh, pity. Not that Draganja did much with that volley, but
Deciding point, receiver.
by surprise. And you think it's so easy, but the reaction time so little, and you don't know where the ball could go. All in all, just a typical, terrific hand-eye coordination and anticipation that allows you to make most of the volleys. Otherwise, the time given, very little.
Again.
Well, Nielsen thrashing it back at Draganja.
BRUNSTROM Nielsen leads 4 games to 2.
And that was the critical break. I don't think these guys are going to be broken too often. Vital break for BRUNSTROM and Nielsen. Will Nielsen cement that break now?
Big serve down the middle.
For the moment, Rico, I've got to admit, the two Croats haven't reached their normal standards.
Probably a little overawed by the fact that they're in the final of a tour event. Maybe slightly nervous. The Scandinavians here, the combination of Nielsen and BRUNSTROM, seem to have command of this first set.
Was that just wide? Gallant effort by Draganja to the point where he rolled over.
Okay.
Stripped a bit.
That was really good doubles. 2 up and 2 back. And you see Draganja there slipping while hitting that forehand. But he did enough because the volley from Nielsen sailed wide. So 30-15. Wonderful pick up there by Nielsen on the half volley.
40-15.
Never easy. Good return by Draganja. Set himself up to be aggressive with the second shot. Overcooking it a little bit. So they play the I formation here, the Scandinavians. 40-15.
Yeah.
With a good wide serve by Nielsen. They hold serve very comfortably. And they lead by 5 games to 2 in the first set.
Ladies and gentlemen, the physio has been called to the court.
So live action. The final match of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. The doubles final. BRUNSTROM and Nielsen in command of the first set. They lead by 5 games to 2. The physio has been called on court, as I think Draganja, the Croatian, needs some medical attention.
Yeah, well, perhaps it's because of that spill. I hope it's not anything else which he was carrying into the match. They are still very young and didn't show any indication of injury before. We had BRUNSTROM's right wrist all strapped up. But not so for these two. Yeah, he might have turned his ankle over a bit. Right there, the right ankle. Yeah. He recovered quickly enough, so it wasn't like a huge turn. But ankles are always very delicate joints. What you certainly don't want is to play on if you're not fit enough, and then have a really major ankle problem which can set you back a few months. Got to be careful. We hope it's okay though.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Draganja has to receive medical timeout.
Mr. Draganja now is entitled to a 3-minute medical timeout.
Isn't it wonderful the reactions that you get when people are on television? Some very embarrassed, some delighted, some shy, some, you know, very different. There we go, he's happy.
He loves to be watching himself on the big screen. Look at that. Of course.
And what's the reaction here? Not aware so far. Shy. Well, that's when they see themselves on the big screen. I don't think the lady has yet. Plenty to do around here. A lovely market square. And things to do, things to eat, drink. Just generally have a good time. That's one of the better things about tournaments such as these. So much to keep yourself busy with. Oh, he's all lordly like, isn't he? Legs on the other seat.
2 minutes remaining. Give them couple of balls. Give them couple of balls.
It's a lovely mix, isn't it? Of some very old and some very young. People even bring little children, and somehow they behave themselves. Such as the training here in Chennai. Not much crowd disturbance, would you say, Rico? Disturbance from the crowd, for the players?
No, not at all. And I think the Chennai crowd is a very, very tennis-loving crowd. They know their game really well.
Here's our own
mathematician.
I was about to say E is equal to MC square. Our own Einstein. Australian Open is equal to 2 words. Chennai, 3 words, okay. Aircel Chennai Open.
1 minute young.
Looks like a really heavy strapping now, and I do hope that it doesn't disturb his mobility. Well, Nielsen just wants to make sure that he's all loose and ready. They are close to shutting out the opening session on the doubles final rather easily. 5-2 for the moment. BRUNSTROM and Nielsen. PAVIC is ready to play. He's on court. Come on, buddy. No, DRAGANJA is playing, sorry, Rico. DRAGANJA is playing his first ever tour final, but PAVIC has made a final earlier. So he's been there, unfortunately not won. But he played with his compatriot Ivan Dodig earlier in Zagreb. Both in 2012 and 2013 they made the final but lost sadly. So well, we hope that there's a turnaround here. We'll see. PAVIC playing his third final, DRAGANJA his first.
Ooh, a pretty makeable forehand volley. Just sailing long.
15 love.
The Croat's lucky to get away with that.
Ouch.
DRAGANJA taking a swing at that volley.
It was after, I think after.
Well, PAVIC should have made it first, but didn't. It came back, and then DRAGANJA could have gone anywhere with it, except long.
I think it was our body.
So DRAGANJA wondering whether he can challenge that.
No, not challenging it. You know, the thing here, Charu, is
That's our call.
DRAGANJA claims that BRUNSTROM hit the ball before it bounced, and they're saying, "Can we get a replay?" I don't think in the rules of the game you're entitled to a replay. It's the umpire's call.
True. Well, we can, of course.
Yeah. Oh, it bounced. It
Yeah,
bounced.
Well, I think it was simultaneous.
Yeah, but so the umpire's call stands. Wonderful second serve by DRAGANJA.
Well, that's the way to finish it off. The previous point,
15.
PAVIC had a pretty decent chance at finishing it. And, today, not his best so far. Things change.
A double fault by the Croatian.
30.
This doubles final hasn't really reached any dizzy heights as yet, but the Swedish-Danish combine are up a break. A good exchange there at the net between PAVIC and BRUNSTROM.
40.
PAVIC coming out on top. Again, a very makeable backhand volley. DRAGANJA just pushing it into the net. So all of a sudden it's break point and set point.
Left. For service.
Frederik Nielsen choosing to, it's the receiver's choice. I will remind our viewers. So Nielsen choosing to receive this serve. Break point, set point. And he has a look at the second serve. Oh, an absolute wonderful backhand hit down the line by Frederik Nielsen.
6 to 2.
So with that break, and after 27 minutes, Nielsen and Brunstrom win the first set, 6 games to 2.
Okay, score update. Team of Brunstrom Nielsen 6 games to 2. Go there. Time. Second set, Brunstrom to serve. $15 left.
They are much better, DRAGANJA and PAVIC, than that first set scoreline would indicate. PAVIC not working too well at the net, and of course their returns for the moment not finding any accuracy.
That's better by PAVIC. In that backhand nice and early. Threading the needle over the highest part of the net. The second serve by Brunstrom. PAVIC on top of that. Again, a wonderful serve, setting it up.
40-15.
Double fault by the Swedish gentleman from Gothenburg. Relatively easy 40-15.
Deciding point, receiver choice.
Now, deuce, and in this format, it's a bit of a Russian roulette. 1 point decides the game. And this is what the Croatians need. They need to win this and jump ahead in the second set. Get the momentum back their way. Brunstrom and Nielsen
second set.
getting themselves out of a spot of bother there. Holding serve, and they lead 1 game to love in the second set.
Johan a bit faster with the serve.
Nothing seems to be working for the Croatian pair. Draganja had a very relatively simple forehand and did do the right thing, trying to go down the middle. He was so tentative with it. Brilliant run of PAVIC to pick up that volley earlier on, coming to nothing. They really need to up their intensity, these two. PAVIC has been very average at the net. And Draganja also, by the way, favouring his right hand, which is a serving hand. I think notice that's also strapped. I'll try and show you that. Draganja and his right hand, which is his operative hand, is also strapped. Got that pink strapping on it. We'll get to it in a second. Oh, big return. Lefty to lefty. The serve was wide, but or sliding wide, but BRUNSTROM came back with a big forehand. And there we are again. You can see that pink strapping on Draganja's hand. That couldn't help, considering that he is right-handed. That's the way to do it.
30,
Let's take a look at that. There we go. Both BRUNSTROM and Draganja have problems with their right wrist strain. But for BRUNSTROM, of course, it only comes into play with his backhand. While for Draganja, of course, it's his operative hand, the right. Wild.
$40-15. Game, Draganja PAVIC.
A decent start to the second set from the Croats. Still favouring his right ankle, and we do hope continues to be okay. Draganja.
Well, in the last 5 minutes, Croats seem to be getting back into the match. They've played a few better points, making NIELSEN and BRUNSTROM work a little harder for their. Again, that return nice and low by PAVIC, forcing the error from the Danish Wimbledon champion. 2012 men's doubles Wimbledon champion, Frederik NIELSEN.
15 over.
And a very big serve out wide.
This serve was exceptionally good, but otherwise Draganja really from the ad court hasn't done too much with the returns at all in the final so far.
Again, not getting that ball into play.
30-15.
I always told you, Karu, get the ball back. Good things can happen. Just not making the Swedish and Danish guy play enough. And you see there just one return, and sometimes not good enough. NIELSEN and BRUNSTROM racing to a 40-15 lead.
Again, BRUNSTROM, NIELSEN.
NIELSEN and BRUNSTROM also very comfortably. They're up a set, and they're up 2-1 in the second.
Time.
We're back live at, let me say this one more time, at the SDAT Tennis Stadium, Valluvar Kotam.
Also the Nungambakam Stadium.
Good first serve here by Draganja.
Well, the Croats could use a few free points, or should we say easy points. Nothing seems to work for them so far. The return certainly relatively poor. Even at the net, they missed a few easy putaways. Well, if that came back, I think the Croats would have just leaned down on court and said, well, we give up. That's what PAVIC needs to do. He was such a presence in the earlier rounds at the net. Today, underdone, just a little confused. Oh, brilliant. Shot of the match so far. What an angle, and how sharply it dipped with that top spin.
15.
Cross court.
Yep. A wonderful return there by Nielsen.
(40-15). No.
Well, that's just been the sort of day. Luckily,
40,
still
30.
one more point before they get into danger zone. Oh yes, moving away from BRUNSTROM.
2 games all.
So 2 games all in the second set, but how easily the Croats went down in the first double break. This is where it stood. I think it was 2-all in the opening set as well before they fell away. Vital that they now, as you mentioned, Rico, maybe they've already lifted the game and now they have to prove that they belong here. BRUNSTROM very accurate with the serving. When you serve virtually the corner of the tee at 191 as he did, even for PAVIC, who was young and fit, not easy to come up with an effective return.
A good first volley here by BRUNSTROM. BRUNSTROM hit nice and early. Ooh, a double fault here by
30-15.
Johan BRUNSTROM.
Jerry, can you hear me? Jerry Armstrong, can you hear me?
Top of the net, backhand volley by PAVIC.
40-15.
I suppose you could say it was an excellent pickup off his ankles by BRUNSTROM, but PAVIC was there And all the matches that they played so far, you'd expected him to have made that volley. Not today. That's the kind of day for these young Croats.
Again, a good first serve
BRUNSTROM NIELSEN. BRUNSTROM
by Johan
NIELSEN.
BRUNSTROM. And BRUNSTROM and Nielsen, the Scandinavian pair from Denmark and Sweden, leave 3 games to 2 in the second set.
Can you try from you?
You needed play just to cut it a little bit loose. You needed play to cut it a little bit loose a little bit. No, it's just between the thing, but I tried to call him. There was no answer.
The DRAGANJA continuing to have issues with his feet. Of course, a more spectacular view of the moon.
The Chennai moon. Wonderful tournament here year after year. It's been many years in Chennai and no better place really. Wonderful atmosphere here on centre court. However, as you said, Rico, our problems with injuries continue. That's DRAGANJA took a tumble in the opening set. I know that was pretty heavily taped up and immediately taped up by the physio. Looks like he was suffering from movement problems, and I think he'll dispense with it. So perhaps he can move swifter now, but that's not going to help the pain any by taking that tape out.
It didn't look sort of swollen, so probably not as bad as he thought it was. Decided to risk it by removing the tape. Walking pretty freely is young DRAGANJA.
Yeah, but they really need to now move up a gear.
They've been, let's be honest, Charu, they've been pretty ordinary so far.
Yeah, sadly. That's the way to do it. Good serve, but an even better volley by DRAGANJA. It was struck at pace, and his racket was at just the right position. He's missed many of those so far. Oh, brilliant. Lefty to lefty, but swinging out so wide that even the 6'4" and a bit BRUNSTROM at full stretch, being a lefty, couldn't touch it.
Let's for service.
Wow.
40 love.
Real casual volley there by Nielsen. Set it up beautifully with a beautiful return of serve. And missed a sitter of a forehand volley. So going with serve in the second set. 47 minutes into the Rado clock. Again, a huge first serve by PAVIC. Whole serve. They're all tied up at 3 games all in the second set. 47 minutes. They've been on court. This is the doubles final of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014.
Fast, please. Run, run.
Well, I must say they have lifted their game just half a notch so far, the young Croatians, but now's the time to power on. They need to break this Scandinavian pair quickly.
Let's for service.
Well, they don't have much time because with this format, it's you can get your momentum late into the second set. Can do you wonders in the match tiebreak.
Not much time and not much opportunity, one must admit, because both Nielsen and Brunstrom have served particularly well.
That's better.
Yeah, that's the kind of return that we expect from PAVIC. His favourite return. Inside out with that lefty forehand of his. He's made about 3 or 4 the whole set and a half. Not nearly enough. Okay, second serve opportunity now for DRAGANJA. One good return. That's the way to do it. Little awkward. Moved his body out and that forehand was not struck at pace, so it dipped, drawing the Nielsen error.
So at last, the team from Croatia coming to life, playing 3 wonderful points to set up 4 break points here on the Nielsen serve.
Just the kind of point that the crowd here in Chennai needed.
A good body serve there by Nielsen.
15-14.
This is the critical one. Where does Nielsen serve? Anywhere within range of the PAVIC forehand, and it could be trouble. This is the big opportunity, second serve. I don't think Brunstrom will poach on this one.
Oh! Hitting the top of the tape.
30-14.
Two saved, 2 to go.
Let's for service.
What an opportunity, that previous point. The PAVIC forehand letting him down, decided to go up the line.
Took a little off that serve, Nielsen.
Deciding point to receiver choice.
Huge kicker out wide. DRAGANJA unable to control the return. In a jiffy, back to deuce.
Yeah.
And a wonderful return by PAVIC. So at last the Croatians get ahead. They break the Nielsen serve.
PAVIC leads 4 games to 3.
And lead 4 games to 3 in the second set.
One game, new ball, huh? One game. Okay?
Time.
So the team of DRAGANJA and PAVIC have broken serve for the first time tonight. They're down a set. But they lead 4 games to 3 in the second. Remind our viewers, this is a match played 2 sets, followed by if it's 1 set all, they will play a match tie break, and a match tie break is first to 10 with a difference of 2. Again, a big serve by DRAGANJA straight at Nielsen.
15 love.
was doing well to get to that forehand volley.
15 all.
Not being able to do enough with it. You watch the replay here. Setting Nielsen up to hit a backhand into the open court.
Excellent reaction by Nielsen, because every once in a while you don't expect the ball to come back. It does, and then you're made to look foolish when you either dunk it into the net or hit it wide. But Nielsen, lots of experience. Well played.
Oh, wonderful volley by DRAGANJA. Under pressure.
30-15.
Well, we wanted them to lift their game, and they have, without question.
There you see that down to his shoelaces, but he did well to keep his wrist nice and firm. Play that forehand volley into the open court down the line.
A hint of worry on Brunstrom's face.
Good exchange at the net. The Croats coming out on top.
I just wonder if the volley that DRAGANJA played back was actually sailing very wide. Easy to say from here, of course, but it comes so quickly and you have to make up your mind in less than a quarter of a second.
Again.
Return of Nielsen hitting the top of the tape. With that, DRAGANJA and PAVIC lead 5 games to 3.
5, let's go. 5 balls, that's it. Let's go, thank you. This side, please.
Johan BRUNSTROM will serve with new balls from the near end. This is the 9th game of the second set.
Well, the kids from Croatia are back, ladies and gentlemen. Deep serve, clipping the line. And what a return PAVIC manages, taking BRUNSTROM by surprise without question. Yeah, too deep, too high a return. And BRUNSTROM with a fine volley. Well played, DRAGANJA. Kept stabbing it back, and Nielsen was the first to blink. Take a look at that great half volley pickup and the double-handed bunt. And too close to Nielsen's body. Well, 2 excellent shots from DRAGANJA, but lovely soft hands. Great control by BRUNSTROM. Such a vital point. BRUNSTROM kept his nerve.
Great hands by BRUNSTROM at the net. Soft hands, playing a delicate drop volley.
40-30.
Sets up game point to the Scandinavians. That replay of that.
Let's go service.
Big double fault here by Johan Brunstrom.
Deciding point, receiver choice.
So we have a game point and a set point. The format of men's doubles, no ad scoring. At deuce, it's the receiver's choice. PAVIC choosing to receive this.
Huge pressure now on the Brunstrom's second serve. And PAVIC is likely to leap all over it if it's within range.
Yeah, Brunstrom, Nielsen.
A good second serve straight at PAVIC.
PAVIC leads 5.
Couldn't get his body out of the way, made a weak return, which Nielsen put away very handily. So with that, when we return, young PAVIC will serve for the second set to take this doubles final into a match tiebreak.
Time.
Good to see the Croats bite back. Went down so easily in the opener. 2-6. And at that point you thought, oh well, I suppose the Scandinavians should take this one easily. They made a few errors. The truth is that DRAGANJA and PAVIC have both lifted their game in the second set. Earned the break. Almost had another set point for sure. So here's PAVIC trying to close it out. The second set, that is. Oh, DRAGANJA, well done. Good serve, out wide. And even though Marin DRAGANJA was trouble with that ball traveling straight at him, put it away well. That's the way to do it. Two strong doubles points.
30.
PAVIC only 20, DRAGANJA 22. Quite a bright future for these two. Currently ranked in the late 60s, early 70s. Doubles. Ooh. Just wide. Sense a more energetic Croatian effort now. Oh, gave it too much.
30-15.
Finally, two great gets from Nielsen and Brunstrom. The point should have been the Croatians as much earlier.
40-15.
Excellent pickups, and finally PAVIC holding his nerve, earning quite a few set points here. they'll need more. Fine return by Nielsen.
40-30. Let's first service.
Closes it out with an ace. Mate PAVIC and Marin DRAGANJA.
By 6 games to 4.
A fine comeback in this doubles final here at the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. We are locked one set apiece, and we come back with the super tie break in just a moment.
Balls this side, please. Okay, second set. DRAGANJA, PAVIC, 6 games to 4, 1-0.
Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the break, we play 10-point match tie break to decide the match. Okay? Hurts, huh? Hurts. You're gonna be right. Just forget it.
So the match tiebreak is about to begin. They've been playing for 1 hour and 5 minutes. That's as long as the match has lasted so far. First set to BRUNSTROM and Nielsen. Second set to PAVIC and DRAGANJA. So it's down to the match tiebreak.
Match tie break.
Remind our viewers that the match tiebreak is first to 10 points with a difference of 2. The new format that the ATP has made in all their doubles events around the world. BRUNSTROM, Nielsen combine, jump out to the front here. Good first serve by Nielsen. Setting up BRUNSTROM to put away a nice easy forehand volley. Again, a good first serve by PAVIC.
1-0.
Again, 2 good first serves by the young Croatian.
2-1. DRAGANJA, PAVIC.
Forcing the errors from both BRUNSTROM and Nielsen. This on serve. Johan BRUNSTROM to serve. 1-2. That was set up for PAVIC at the net.
2-all.
3 beautiful ground strokes by DRAGANJA. 2-all. had a look at that. Young PAVIC
3-2. BRUNSTROM.
overhitting his forehand. The first 5 points of the match tiebreak have gone with serve. It'll be young DRAGANJA now to serve at 2-3.
DRAGANJA, PAVIC challenging the call on the right summer serve. The goal is called down.
First serve by DRAGANJA being challenged, being called fault. And the team of DRAGANJA and PAVIC have asked for the Aircel review. Ball stands. The linesman here doing a good job in Chennai. Second serve. Ooh. A big double fault by
4-2. BRUNSTROM, NIELSEN.
DRAGANJA.
Team of DRAGANJA, PAVIC has 2 challengers.
We wait for the teams to change sides. The first swing of the dice have gone to the Scandinavians. The first 2 breaks to win a point on the opponent's serve. 2-4 DRAGANJA to serve.
BRUNSTROM, NIELSEN.
NIELSEN from the near end. Good first serve doing the damage. DRAGANJA unable to control that backhand return.
BRUNSTROM, NIELSEN.
And NIELSEN and BRUNSTROM up 5-3.
6-3.
Again DRAGANJA overhitting a backhand.
BRUNSTROM, NIELSEN.
BRUNSTROM and NIELSEN racing to a 6-3 lead. And this is the match tiebreak. Oh my word. DRAGANJA there taking his eye off the ball.
BRUNSTROM, NIELSEN.
BRUNSTROM and NIELSEN lead by 7 points to 3. A wonderful forehand by DRAGANJA.
7-4.
Replay not trying to do enough with that overhead was NIELSEN. DRAGANJA coming with a big forehand down the line. So Johan BRUNSTROM and Frederik NIELSEN are up 7 points to 4.
Second service.
Got away with that. Ball hitting the top of the tape. Bouncing into the court. Another look at the second serve here. Whoa. Had that forehand volley down the line. PAVIC had moved.
7-5.
Much to his relief, the Johan BRUNSTROM's forehand volley hits the top of the tape. So they get one service break back.
Always 4. Okay?
Again, a wonderful first serve by Johan Brunstrom, setting up that easy put away.
8-5. BRUNSTROM NIELSEN.
8-5. The number 4 seeds. Good volley there by Draganja under pressure.
8-6. BRUNSTROM NIELSEN.
Get back to 8-6.
Out. 8-7. BRUNSTROM NIELSEN.
Wonderful effort there by Nielsen. A big forehand return of serve, just missed by a couple of inches. We're getting tight here in the match tiebreak. 8-7 to Nielsen. Oh, big serve down the middle, sets up 2 match points.
9-7. BRUNSTROM NIELSEN.
They decide to play the I formation, Nielsen and Brunstrom.
Yeah.
Frederik Nielsen comes up with a huge serve down the middle. So with that, the number 4 seeds, Johan Brunstrom from Sweden and Frederik Nielsen from Denmark, winning the men's doubles final, beating the young Croats Marin, Draganja and Mate Pavic from Croatia in the final match tiebreak. After splitting sets, they win it 10 points to 7. So that's confirmation of the doubles final at the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. The number 4 seeds, Johan Brunstrom and Frederik Nielsen, coming through in a tight match, winning 6-2, 4-6, 10-7 in the match tiebreaker against the young Croats Draganja and Pavic. And here are the match stats. Their first serve percentage is a little higher than the Croats. Aces 1 more, double faults even 1 more. Winners, pretty even Stevens there, 19-17, unforced errors 22-18, break points 1, 2 and 1. So that's the final analysis of the doubles final. And here we watch the champions signing the autographs. And of course, a very disappointed young man from Croatia. It's been a wonderful evening of tennis here in Chennai. Doubles final taking an hour and 15 minutes on the Rado clock. It's been a wonderful week and a wonderful evening. The 7th evening, the final evening of the Aircel Chennai Open. We saw Stan Wawrinka coming through in straight sets against Edouard Roger Vasselin from France. And then Brunstrom and Nielsen. Winning the men's doubles. 10-7 in the match tiebreak. As we watch the Scandinavians pick up a cricket bat in their hand and hit a few balls into the crowd. Autographed tennis balls, I must repeat. One sailing, doing a good job here. And the final shot by Nielsen. It's been a wonderful week, and as always, the government of Tamil Nadu, the Tamil Nadu Tennis Federation, the IMG Reliance group, they put on a wonderful event here in Chennai. Just wonderful to be part of it.
Excuse me?
And when we return, the prize distribution for the men's doubles will take place.
And so to the final few minutes of the 2014 edition of the Aircel Chennai Open. Thanks so much for joining us through the week. Hope you enjoyed the tennis. We certainly did, courtside here at the Nungambakan Stadium in Chennai. And thank you once again for your enormous support to the tournament. We are delighted that you could be with us for the singles and particularly for the doubles final. Time now for the presentation ceremony, and just before that, allow me to introduce the presentation party. From the far left, Mr. V.K. Jayakodi, IAS, Member Secretary, Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu. Mr. Mohammad Nasimuddin, thank you very much on behalf of all tennis fans, IAS Principal Secretary, Sports and Youth Affairs, Government of Tamil Nadu. We're also once again happy to welcome Jerry Armstrong, ATP Supervisor. Thank you, Jerry. Mr. Ashu Jindal, the Chief Operating Officer, IMG Reliance. Fantastic job once again. And of course, Mr. M.A. Alagappan, President, Tamil Nadu Tennis Association. Where will we all be without the TNTA and everything that you do? Mr. Tom Ania, Tournament Director, Aircel Chennai Open. Hope you enjoyed the tournament, having come a long way for it. Mr. Karthi Chidambaram, Vice President, TNTA and Chairman, Tournament Organizing Committee. Vice President. Thank you so much, Karthi, for being here every minute of every day. Mr. K. Shankar Narayanan, beg your pardon, Strategic Business Unit Head, Aircel. Thank you for your support and continuing support to this fantastic tournament. Mr. Milind Kharat, Chairman and Managing Director, United India Insurance Company Limited. Mr. T.M. Bhasin, Chairman and Managing Director, Indian Bank. Thank you again for your continuing support. Okay, time, ladies and gentlemen, to hear one last time from our runner-up pair, the youngsters from Croatia. Marin and Mate PAVIC. Congratulations. Let's step right in the middle. We shake your hand here. Fantastic. Okay. Maybe that side. Okay. Your first ATP final, nearly a fairy tale. A point here and a point there, and you could have had the title. A little disappointed, no doubt?
Actually, we didn't play that well. The first set was really bad, and then we started to play, but at the end it was close for them. But
thank you for your complete honesty. I mean, I didn't say that, right?
Thank you.
Well, PAVIC, fantastic display. You know, we've talked you up saying you're only 20, you're fantastic at the net, some wonderful shots, and I hope you go a very long way. What's your goal in 2014? Where do you want to reach?
Yeah, it's tough to say. You know, I'm young and I'm good in doubles, but I'm trying also to play some singles, so I'm somewhere in between, you know, but I started the year good in doubles, so hopefully I'm going to start to play some more big tournaments in doubles and do well, you know.
Okay, I don't want to cause a rift between the partners, but when he missed that overhead late in the super tiebreak, what was your thought?
I mean, it happens, you know, he shouldn't miss it, but that's tennis, you know, it happens and bad luck.
And a lot of people do want to know, how long have you known each other? Are you from very close, do you live close to each other, or is it an old friendship?
We live in the same street, so we know each other from a long time.
True, that street's in a little bit of trouble. But I tell you what, we enjoyed your presence here. We think you have a fantastic game, and we wish you the very best for 2014 and all the rest to follow.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our runner-up team in the final of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014 doubles. We have a few things to give away to Messrs. DRAGANJA and PAVIC. Can I begin by asking Mr. Jayakodi to present a shawl to our two runner-ups, runners-up, a bouquet and a Tanjore painting. The shawl first. For you to remember Chennai fondly. And now a fabulous Tanjore painting each, which I'll hope that you put up in your homes on the same street. And of course a bouquet as well. Okay, that's just the first set of things to be given away. Can I please next ask Mr. T.M. Bhasin to present the runner-up check to Messrs. DRAGANJA and PAVIC. Well earned by some terrific play. Unfortunately coming up a little short in the final. And finally, can I ask Mr. K. Shankar Narayanan to present the runner-up trophy. Marin DRAGANJA, Mate PAVIC. And may I also request Mr. Jayakodi, Mr. Bhasin, and Mr. Shankar Narayan's already there, Mr. Jayakodi and Mr. Bhasin, if you'll step up for some more photographs. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, now time to call upon the winners of the 2014 Aircel Chennai Open Doubles Contest, Frederik NIELSEN, Johan BRUNSTROM. Congratulations. They ran you close.
Yeah, it was close. That's doubles, modern doubles. It comes down to a few points here and there. And yeah, we were fortunate and good enough to pull out the last point, and we're pretty happy about that.
Today, good enough for sure. Well, Frederik, are you going to say, you know, what is all this? I won Wimbledon, or are you happy with being here in Chennai and winning another title?
I'm extremely happy. This is my first ATP Tour title, and I'm in.
You remember it fondly?
Yeah, I'm extremely happy that it could be here in Chennai. It's a lot of fun to play. The crowd interacts with the players, and it makes it really fun to play. So thanks for that. Thanks for coming out and making it fun. Some good comments in there, here and there. I enjoyed them, and I'm also, me personally, extremely proud and happy to be able to get a title with a really good friend in Johan, and we've been playing it together for a long time with mixed results. So it's been fun to have my name next to him on the winners board here. I'm really excited about that.
Well, this is not a mixed result. This is a fantastic result. Johan, you won titles before. What does this Chennai Open title mean to you?
No, obviously it means a lot, and especially like Frederik said, you know, when you're playing with a good friend, we've been knowing each other for so long, so that's almost a little extra. It feels a little bit extra fun, and also when you get to play in a big stadium with a lot of fans sticking around for the doubles, that's really fun, and it doesn't happen that often. And as I said before, they're knowledgeable about the game, and it's fun. They interact with the players, like Frederik said. So it's a great experience.
Well, that's one thing we can promise you in Chennai every single time. A lot of fans who love the game, who know the game, and would love to have you back, yes?
I would love to be back. It's a fun place to play. I've enjoyed every minute. I would love to play in front of this crowd again and see if they have some new comments up their sleeves for next year.
And on their behalf, may I say we'd love to have you back. Congratulations once again. We've got a few things to give away to you for your first ATP title together. May I request Mr. Mohammad Nasimuddin to please begin by presenting a shawl, and of course the Tanjo painting and bouquet as well. Mr. Nasimuddin. IAS, Principal Secretary, Sports and Youth Affairs, the Government of Tamil Nadu, who've done so much to create the stadium, and as we heard earlier, to renovate it soon. I see red and gold for the runner-up and just pure gold for the winners. Lovely keepsakes. May I now request Mr. Milin Kharat to present the check to our doubles winners in just a second. Couple of photographs, and then we'll have Mr. Kharat up to present the check. And it'll be a handsome one. Thank you, Mr. Nasimuddin. Mr. Kharat, if you will be kind enough to present the winner's check. And there it is. 22,020 USD to the winning pair. Thank you, Mr. Kharat. And finally, Mr. K. Shankar Narayanan to present the trophy to the winners of the 2014 Aircel Chennai Open. Thank you for putting your hands together. A fine display, taking it 10-7 in the match tie break. Can I please request Mr. Mohammad Nasimuddin and Mr. Milin Kharat to join in for the photographs? Mr. Nasimuddin, Mr. Kharat, one more photograph. And then, of course, finally, if I can request our runners-up to also join in for the final bit of photography here. DRAGANJA, PAVIC, if you will please join us. Thank you, Mr. Nasimuddin, Mr. Kharat, Mr. Shankar Narayan, and of course the entire presentation party. Thank you for your presence, and thank you for giving us yet another fabulous 2014 edition of the Aircel Chennai Open. And if the four of you will now step forward, please, for the final few photographs. Thank you again. for the final match of this year. And ladies and gentlemen, that leaves us with the last task of winding up this year's edition. Always a sad moment because I know how much you love this tournament. I'm sure you know how much I love this tournament. On behalf of all those who made it happen, just one last round of applause. And we hope to see you again next year. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And it's back up to the commentary box. My good friend Rico Piperno will finish it off.
Thank you, Charu. So a wonderful doubles final in which the Scandinavian team of BRUNSTROM and NIELSEN, the number 4 seeds at the Aircel Chennai Open 2014, coming through in a tight 6-2, 4-6, 10-7 in the match tie break. A lovely shot here of our champions. The first title together, and as Frederik Nielsen said, they've had mixed results. So it's always exciting to win your first ATP doubles title. That was Nielsen's first, but BRUNSTROM has won 3 or 4 with other partners. So we wind down the 2014 edition of the Aircel Chennai Open. It's been a wonderful 7 days here in the southern city of Chennai. 250 ATP Tour. It's a warm-up event leading up to the Australian Open. On behalf of all my commentators here, Vijay Amritraj, Anand Amritraj, Charu Sharma, and this is Enrico Piperno saying thank you so much for being with us on Star Sports. We look forward to your presence. The beginning of next year, we'll bring you the Aircel Chennai Open for the next edition. So on behalf of all of us, it's a big good night from Chennai, and I'll hope to see you all in 2015.